I'm Katie Rushworth. I have been at Charterhouse since 2017 and I am a senior principal consultant on the professional support team. I actually joined Charterhouse as a candidate and registered with them for looking for work whilst on my working holiday visa, and was then placed internally in an admin capacity, and then was approached to them for some longer term employment opportunities and to see whether or not I was open to pursuing a career in recruitment. And so then went down the route of sponsorship, and 7 years later, still here. I think for myself personally, you need to be highly organised. You need to be very accountable. It's important to, deliver and manage your own expectations alongside the candidates and the client's expectations. So you really need to be, working hard, be consistent, be adaptable to the market. It's constantly evolving, as are the clients' and candidates' needs and requirements, whether or not that's personally or professionally. And so you need to have an adaptable and kind of transferable skill set that is able to kind of navigate your way through that market to be able to meet the expectations and things that are required. I have a very structured approach to work. I think naturally, in my own personality and things, I'm very highly organised, I'm very structured in my ways of working, and pride myself on kind of delivering on expectations and things. And one of the things that really stands out for me is that I always try to give the service that I would like to receive to people. And so from a candidate and client perspective, you try and deliver a service of excellence. You can't always necessarily have a positive or successful outcome, whether or not that's from a placement perspective, but you can still give a really good service. And so I think that's been one of the key aspects of my relationship management across both aspects of candidates and clients, and being consistent in my approach to build and have that rapport with them. It's so important to have a healthy work-life balance. I think you need to have an expectation of what works for you and what's manageable for you. And, every single person works in different ways and different styles and approaches. And so what works for one person isn't necessarily going to work for the other. It needs to feel natural and organic for yourself. And, what's so great about recruitment is that you can take influences from different people's approaches and styles and techniques to then find out what works for you. And within that, I'm naturally quite an early bird. I like to wake up early and, structure my day, get a to-do list underway, and be able to then kind of work through and plan my day from there. And so having a structured approach and being able to kind of get that work-life balance means that then you're gaining a sense of achievement and hitting the goals and targets and things that you want to. From a goals perspective, I try and reflect on my practice, whether or not that's kind of daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and things as to where I'm tracking from professional goals, but also personal goals. And I think they have to be manageable and they have to be achievable for you to get a sense of reward and a sense of kind of growth and progression. And so, however small they might be or however kind of minor they might be, it might be one target client that you're trying to focus on, or it might be, a figure that you're wanting to build over a 12-month period and things. I try and just kind of manage them and break them down so that then you get a sense of achievement along the way, and it makes sense for you to be able to kind of hit those goals and see that progress coming through. I think to be a high performer, the key things, you need to be adaptable and you need to be consistent, and you need to be accountable for, your success, your delivery and your outcomes. You get out what you put in, and, that's from desk development, that's from incentives, that's from rewards, that's from financials. But there's so many different aspects where we're motivated by, and that's really, really important. And I think too quickly you can see the frustrations of recruitment, of working in a sales environment where, you're often the middle person or the go-to person that's trying to navigate two different parties and perspectives. And so it can quite easily become quite frustrating at times, but equally so, if you break it down, if you look at the long-term gain and the opportunity and have goals that you're trying to set along the way, then that's something that will obviously allow you to see that progression and to be able to achieve.